Hey guys on YouTube, I'm back once again for another concept video. Kinda basing myself off of the, what I was doing last video, in the sense that we're using the exact same kind of technology, but just in a different form and for a different purpose. This time we've made ODST breach pods. Pods that are made to actually go through and breach into a hole and get us in so we can do whatever we need to do. Now, the only issue with my particular design is that you have to hit C to actually go. But here's the first pod. This is Mark 1. There's nothing too special about it. It's pretty much ODST pod with boosters on it. Can it? And it popped right through that hole, and the top came off. And I would consider that a successful run. I'm just going to let it kind of drift off. That ship's been breached. Now I went ahead and copy pasted the ship so we didn't have to worry about any editing. This is Mark II. Mark II, the only real difference between Mark 1 and 2 is Mark II has a warhead on it. So if my theory is correct, then we should be able to pop through the hole using this, and it should actually okay, I missed. So if my theory is correct, then when I actually hit the hole with this one, it should create a moderate amount of damage using the actual warhead on it, and then from there the full breach would be, or the rest of the breach would be followed through with the actual pod itself. So excuse me while I line this up real quick, or at least the best I can with these strange controls. I'll go off and fix the controls later, but I've noticed there's around a 3 block explosion radius or damage radius for the warhead, so that if we pop through the hole right about here, okay, I think we missed, but it looks like in essence it did what it was supposed to, I think, hopefully. As we can see, the actual pod itself can do a lot of damage just by ramming, and that's actually kind of impressive. The only issue is when you hit, you're kind of SOL, because the thrusters on the front burst off too. But overall, I think it's works pretty well. The first one probably did a lot better. There's a lot of control issues because the pods have that part clamped on via landing gear, and when something's clamped on via landing gear, it just kind of doesn't work extremely well. But it works efficiently enough. It kind of tilts it in one way because it's acting like a gravity force that is externally pulling on the craft, and that is in essence no bueno. Let's actually go over here and inspect the damage on this one. This was a test fire I made. I hit it and then started I repaired the ship afterwards. And oh my gosh, it drifted quite the ways away. Looks like it actually damaged the reactor enough so it would actually cease functioning. So evidently this is a one-way trip. You hit, you get in, then you find another way out. But it did make a very, very clean break. I doubt you'd be able to do the same if the walls were made of heavy armor or 2-layer armor. But overall, I would consider this a very successful test. But just to be careful how you use it, and maybe figure out a different way to use it, like my maybe more of a frontal breach mechanism where it's where instead of the front pod, it's like on the actual front of the ship, and it's more like you hit it and then it creates a hole and it just glides right through that hole, and maybe make it so the the engine isn't on the front, which is what happened with my ship. I hit it, and since my engine was on the front, it completely ceased functioning after the impact. It crumpled several layers of the armor, but the fact is the craft was actually still intact on impact, which is, I'm impressed by that. I wasn't expecting that at all. So overall, it did rather well, and I think that with a little bit refinement, it could definitely become a usable concept. And how do there? Thank you. I didn't have my little tugboat this time. I'm using a different map. I just used one of the default craft. I kind of the default repair and grinder craft. I just kind of outfit it. I didn't even have to outfit it. I just used the landing gear on the bottom to clamp on and drag anything where I needed it to go. This one is evidently still functioning, which is, in my opinion, kind of impressive. So, actually, before I go, let's kind of take one more shot at it, shall we? It should do, hopefully, a bit better now that I don't even know what I've done. Oh yeah, I've softened the wall in that area a bit. And I softened the wall in that area to hit it in another. But still, it breached rather, it breached enough for just, say, an infantry team to get in. This time the actual capsule itself broke, which is kind of a handy feature because it auto-ejects you. Maybe I should incorporate that into my next design, where it impacts, you go in, and then it just breaks the pod, so it automatically sends you out, and then you're ready to fight. Well, guys, thanks for watching my video, and I will be doing quite a few of these videos from now on. I find the whole Space Engineers designing and building, and especially the destroying aspect of the whole game, just really fun to do, and it's just entertaining, and I promise I'll come up with a different design next time. I think that might be actually the last time I use the drop pods for a while, at least. Unless I really need to demonstrate something I thought of. So, I think there's one last thing we can all do. We must, this is like a requirement. We must use a red ship to just demolish the blue ship. That's like a requirement. We need to be careful. We need to line this up just perfectly. And I think the ODST pod's actually, no, it drifted off. Okay. 0.0 meters per second. Now let's speed up and hit this guy. Acceleration's a bit slow on these kind of ships. I don't exactly understand why, but I wonder what would happen if I were spinning while I hit it. Would that create kind of a rending effect on it? Shredding effect almost? I hope so. That'd be cool to check out. So many fine adjustments. Ah. Slippy. This is why we don't let you fly ships. Oh, and, I'm not even attached to the ship anymore. It's like the console detached intact. That's hilarious. Okay, I think we split it in half almost. Oh no, that is a very, nope. I think it's actually still technically intact. Let's go to the head of the ship and, come on, stop it. How do you jet back? Anyways, back to what I was doing. I think if we just kind of go down here, we can actually, if we find the control center of the ship, we can actually check to see if it's, because I think that small little strip right there is counting it as intact. So I'm not entirely sure how one would check, but we could always just go see what the heck is going up and out and on and stuff. Here it is. So, oh yeah, the ship's actually still intact, which is kind of surprising. Till I pull back, slowly shredding the ship as I do so. I want to just see how much damage I can do. Let's separate the ships. There's a couple loose chunks of blue ship. Now let's use this blue ship to hit the red ship and just completely finish it off. Dang, the engine was so frickin' intense, it just kind of, it actually, overloaded trying to stop the engines. Charge! Now, of course, any of this would cause ship destruction, but I think that, certain types of armor would do better with it than others. This is gonna just demolish it. Ah, there's nothing left. Almost up. Gotta get that beam. There we go. The beam's gone. And I like how the back of the ship is still technically functional after the front's been severed. It's just like a snake. Or a reverse snake, I should say. The rear still functions after the head's been detached. Now that we've gotten that over with, let's go out one last time and inspect all the damage that happened. Jeez. What ship? Yeah, I honestly don't think there's much of a ship left anymore. The front is still intact. I didn't hit that, so, all dim glass panels are safe. But there's just this gigantic gouge across the top of it. Well, that's enough destruction for this video. See you guys later, and let me know in the comments below what you want me to try next. If you want me to try anything next, and for some reason the Steam Workshop's stupid for me, so if you're suggesting that I do something from the Steam Workshop, it's just not going to work. I'll let you know when it is working, but I tried downloading something from the Steam Workshop earlier today, and it just, it didn't go through. And I don't know why. I tried a bunch of different things. It wasn't just that one. But that's beyond the point. See you guys later.